Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Toilet Training. This is a guide for parents and caregivers. This training is sponsored by Libraries Transforming Communities, Millstadt Library, Abilities Behavior Services, which is a division of Trinity Services. My name is Lauren Behme. I'm a board-certified behavior analyst and a licensed behavior analyst. I will be doing today's training. An overview. What we will be going over today is when not to start potty training. What are some readiness signs that your child may be showing that they're ready to start? Getting started. Just do it. And some common hiccups or roadblocks that parents or caregivers may encounter when beginning potty training or when continuing with potty training. And some guidance for caregivers. Here's some things to know. What comes in must come out. So we generally expel liquid intake in about 1 to 2 hours, depending on the volume. So if we're drinking more than 8 ounces of any type of liquid at any amount at any given time, we will most likely be going to the bathroom more frequently. If you're drinking less than 8 ounces within an hour to 2 hours, then you'll be going to the bathroom less frequently. We excrete waste within 8 to 12 hours, and that's going to depend on the person's diet, their level of activity, and any pre-existing gut or digestive issues. And it is typical for a person to urinate anywhere from 6 to 8 times a day. If the person is drinking less or is dehydrated, then they will go a lot less frequently than 6 to 8 times per day. So when is not a good time to start potty training? When the child is sick, especially if they have some gut or digestive issue like diarrhea or constipation that is frequently occurring, that may not be the best time to start potty training. If the adult or caregiver schedule just does not allow for it, a lot of times you have to be very present and change your schedule to be able to accommodate the needs of the child's needing to go to the bathroom pretty frequently in the beginning. During a big transition in a child's life, for example, the birth of a sibling, that may not be the best time to start potty training. Moving houses, traveling, changing from a crib to a bed, those are all really big changes within a child's life, and taking away diapers or pull-ups during that time may not be the best approach because that child may not be ready for another big change in their life. So what are some signs of readiness? The child wanting to be clean after urinating or defecating. That could look like them taking off their diaper, trying to use wipes or toilet paper themselves. If they show a general interest in the toilet or underwear, for example, they might come with you to the bathroom, kind of observe or examine to see what is happening in the bathroom. They have a predictable schedule, meaning that you have a general idea of how often they go to the bathroom, when they go to the bathroom, and you can kind of see like after a meal time or before bedtime or before a bath time that the child is generally either wet or they have a bowel movement. If they're hiding, going someplace, or standing very still, that might be signs that they know either impending need to have a bowel movement or impending need to urinate. They're able to pull up or down their own pants. That would be another sign of readiness, because that would be a sign, a step towards independence for that person. They're able to follow simple directions. This could look like come here, sit down. They're able to assist in the cleaning or changing of themselves. For example, throwing away the pull-up or diaper when they are finished, going and getting the wipes or going and getting diapers and bringing them to caregivers. Those are all signs that they would be able to follow some simple directions in assisting in changing in the bathroom or going to the bathroom. So getting started, there are several different slides going to be associated with getting started, because there are a lot of things that we want to do on the preventative side of things to make sure that not only the adult or caregiver, but also the child is prepared for this big transition in their life. So here's some things that you may need to purchase: a potty chair or a seat, a small urinal, and a step stool if the toilets in your house are difficult for them to get to. Some extra cleaning supplies. It's very common for a child to have accidents. So depending on what the makeup of your house looks like, if it's a lot of carpet or different types of harder wood floors or vinyl floors, there might be some additional cleaning that needs to happen with those accidents. Extra changes of pants, shoes, or socks. I'm a huge advocate for a child wearing simple sandals like Crocs or slides that could be easily cleaned if there is an accident. So you don't have to take off wet tennis shoes or dirty tennis shoes and have to wash those pretty frequently. Lots of underwear. Also, items that the child may want to earn for successes. This is a big deal for them, so we want to reward them for any times that they're having successes. And those successes we can talk about later, and it may look different for each child. And then books for the child or the adult. Sometimes there are books that a child may be interested in that are in relation to going to the bathroom or this change in their life. Or there may be books that the adult wants to read to kind of have a better idea of maybe what to expect and kind of have a guidebook in front of you of what to do. So part 2 with getting started. We want to begin to track when urination or defecation is happening. It doesn't have to be in a really difficult way where you're writing down or journaling what's happening, but kind of start to, in your mind, think, okay, when my child has breakfast about 8 o'clock, before 9 o'clock, the child is wet or the child has had a bowel movement. So begin to track when those patterns are happening. If you're able to identify before starting, you're going to have a better idea of when to take to the bathroom. So if you're able to identify any pattern or predictability, take your child to the bathroom around those times. If you're not able to identify any predictability with the child's pattern, just begin to take the child more frequently to the bathroom to catch success. And frequent trips to the bathroom may look different for each kid. Sometimes frequently is 20 minutes. Sometimes frequently is once an hour. It's all going to depend on how often your child is already wet or having a bowel movement each day. Begin to talk with your child when changing them, using language that is appropriate for them, that soon you will be starting to use the potty. You may want to start even changing the child in the bathroom and having them assist, along with those signs of readiness that we talked about earlier, assist in the process of changing so that they can start to become more independent in the bathroom. You can also read books, watch videos to prep or model what changes will be happening. So many kids' characters like Elmo and excuse me, Paw Patrol and any of those really famous characters, they all have books and or videos out there that your child may be interested in either watching or reading as a family to kind of talk about what is about to happen. You also want to establish a routine of sitting on the potty before taking away diapers. For part 3 of getting started, you may want to ask yourself, does your child respond well to praise? Then load them up with lots of encouragement for trying and shower them with praise for success. So this is a big step. Just sitting on the potty may be the first thing that you want to really praise and drive home as a big deal. Then if they're able to have a success, then you can really shower on the praise and tell them how proud of them you are and what a great job that they're doing and what a big kid they are. Does your child respond well to treats or rewards? This may be another time for us to use reinforcement or just a special treat for going 1 and 2. And I would start that immediately so that they learn, okay, when I go pee in the potty, mommy gives me a sucker. Or when I go poop in the potty, mommy gives me iPad time, or something that is specific to the child that they really like. You could also make a sticker or reward chart where special items are given less frequently. And I do have some examples of this on a future slide. So here's what it looks like. On the left-hand side, we have it's potty time. These are just visuals that I found online. You can cater them to whatever your child's interest is. It doesn't have to be lollipops and stars and ice cream. It can be Paw Patrol. It can be PJ Masks. It can be Mickey Mouse or SpongeBob or whoever that they're interested in. And essentially, you're just placing stickers within the circles on this particular visual of any time they're having a success. Once they reach a lollipop, either that means that they get a lollipop, which is an example in this Potty Pops picture over here where there's suckers already kind of out and available for the child once they hit their number of successes. Or that lollipop on the visual could equate to something else that they like. It does not have to be lollipops, whatever the child is interested in. In addition, there's also a visual down here if your child's a visual learner to show them what the steps are in the bathroom so that they can become more independent and refer to the steps rather than needing an adult or somebody with them for the long run. In the beginning, I strongly encourage adults to be there for the entire process to assist with that, and then fading yourself out so that they can be more independent in the bathroom with pulling up, pulling down, washing their hands. They may still need some additional help with wiping, or if they need to change their clothes, if they've had an accident, definitely recommend still helping with that step. I'm often asked by parents if they should go completely cold turkey, meaning if they should go straight from diapers to pull-ups or diapers to underwear. And here's some cons to each side. So should we just use solely underwear with potty training, or should we use solely pull-ups when potty training? Here's some cons. They are messier than pull-ups. You've got more accidents to clean up, more clothes that may need to be washed if there's accidents occurring. They may be more difficult to pull up on their own. There may be some additional adult help if the child has a difficulty pulling up those underwear. But then some cons with the pull-ups. They are designed to pull wetness away from a child's body. So the child may not feel the sensation of being wet like in underwear. That is a huge con because a lot of times people don't like being wet. And if you're wet, then you may be more motivated to stay dry. With a pull-up on, you stay dry. You don't have that mess on your clothes, on your body, within your socks or shoes. So that is a definite con. And it typically takes longer to fully potty train if you're going from diapers to pull-ups. Lastly, it is more expensive for a family to use pull-ups than it is for them to purchase underwear and go from diapers to underwear. So the end of my thought is just do it. Just go with the underwear and just start. When you know you have the time and the support. It's harder typically on caregivers than it is on kids because the caregiver has to change their schedule to be able to accommodate frequent trips to the bathroom, cleaning up more messes potentially, washing more clothes, sitting with them in the bathroom. Mentally, you may have to keep note of, okay, I just took my child to the bathroom at 12 o'clock, so I need to remember to take them at 1 o'clock. All of those things kind of change a caregiver's day quite a bit. So you need to be able to have that time and the support, whether that's additional family members or the assistance of daycare, school, things of that nature. Sometimes you don't know how easy or hard something is until you try. So again, just do it. You will feel accomplished and your child is going to be feeling accomplished when you're finished with the process. However, if you feel overwhelmed and confused on what to do, make sure you ask for help from family and friends. So some common hiccups that families may encounter when starting or continuing potty training are the transitions to the bathroom. Oftentimes, kids may not want to stop playing. They may be asleep when they need to go to the bathroom. So there may be some more frequent accidents that occur just because the transition to the bathroom is difficult for them. You want to make sure that all the caregivers, all the people that see your kids on a daily or weekly basis know what the routine is. I often hear from parents that the child may stay dry for this person, but when taken to this person, they have frequent accidents. So making sure that everybody that sees your kid knows what the routine is and what to expect. We have to know that accidents are going to happen. We want to try to prevent those accidents by frequently taking them to the bathroom, especially in the beginning so that you can establish that routine. If an accident does happen, it's no big deal. We want to react neutrally. Just remind the child that they need to go in the potty next time. We may have them help clean if it's appropriate. I understand if you don't want your child to be using a carpet cleaner or some harsh chemicals or something like that. But maybe you can have them go get you paper towels or bring mommy the trash can or something like that, that they can help with that cleanup. And I strongly recommend wearing nighttime diapers to prevent overnight accidents. I believe the statistic is that a child is not fully potty trained overnight until the age of 5 or 7, unless liquid intake is cut off by 7 p.m. Here's some recommended books for parents to read. I did a quick Google search and there are so many books out there that it is truly overwhelming. I'm not endorsing any one of these books, and I'm sure there's different methodologies, tips, tricks, things out there. I'm discussing things that have worked best in the time that I have spent potty training kids that I see either in clinic or in a home setting. So we have potty training for busy parents, potty training in 3 days, ready, set, go, a parenting guide for calmer, quicker potty training survival guide, a guide to toilet training, Another potty training in 3 days, no drama. The first time parents guide to potty training. 5 steps for potty training in 1 weekend. Oh crap, potty training, the modern guide for doing it once and do it right. And the no cry potty training solution. Any of these books are available for parents to purchase. You can also go to your local library. I'm sure they have lots of books in stock or would be glad to order something for you to read over at no extra cost. However, if you get started with potty training and you feel like that your child is really stuck or you're really stuck, don't force it. So if you are taking your child to the bathroom and they're screaming, crying, they don't want to be in the bathroom, they don't like the bathroom, they are maybe afraid to have a bowel movement or urinate in the toilet, do not force this process. We may need to back up. Talk to the child's doctor and see if there's anything that they would recommend you doing. For example, the easiest thing to do would just be wait till they're a little bit older, or you may need to seek some additional help. Take a break. You may need to work on those readiness skills that I discussed in the previous slides. Seek help from any specialized therapist if your child is really experiencing any adverse reactions or you're just really lost at how to encourage potty training due to limited vocal repertoire. They have limited physical capabilities. They have difficulty following directions, or they have difficulty with any transition. Thank you for attending. I hope this training was helpful. Please feel free to reach out to me. My email address is listed on the slide as lbehme@trinityservices.org. I would be glad to answer any questions and hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.